Oh, yes, you just knew it, mate. Romelu Lukaku on his Chelsea debut at the Emirates, a London derby away from home, scores in the first 15 minutes, absolutely bullies, dominates Arsenal's backline. Exactly what we've been looking for here at Chelsea Football Club. Should have scored two if it wasn't for a really good save from Leno. Reece James scoring the second, giving it to the Gooners with the badge away in the Emirates. Incredible, delicious scenes. Chelsea convincingly dismantle. And yes, it's only 2-0, but it was a dismantling. We controlled the game. We conceded very little chances. And boy, oh boy, am I feeling good, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Football Therapy, dear sweet friends of mine. Sorry, Gooners, that are friends of mine. But today, I've got to have fun. If you're buzzing, drop a like, subscribe. If you're new to this channel, feel free to check out me on the gram as well for exclusive nudes. Oh, we're going to talk about player performances. Romelu Lukaku, of course, one man of the match on Sky Sports. A superb performance. And also, Sky Sports Germany. Yes, it's hilarious, but they played the Song of Me in the build-up to the match. The song of me singing the Kai Havertz song, which I did not give them permission for. So Sky Sports Germany, give me some money. Anyway, let's have a look at how this game went. Ooh la la, away at the Emirates, of course. Let's make it there. We're in the Emirates. Lukaku scoring in the 15th minute, the opening quarter of an hour. And do you know what you love to see, ladies and gentlemen? A Reece James assist. I think I even said in my match preview about Reece James serving up crosses to Romelu Lukaku to score goals, and he scored a goal. And it was a bit of a tap in, but it's the build up to the goal. He receives the ball, releases it, draws in four players, bullies Pablo Mari, and floors him, which is exactly what you expect from this new Titanic signing of Chelsea, and he puts it away convincingly. Pablo Mari is... Both of the defenders have Lukaku on the brain for the entire game, and indeed, as you can see here, both of them got bookings. It didn't take long for the Chelsea train to continue with Mason Mount, who had a good game, assisting Reece James in the 35th minute. And at this point, hold on, at this point, you're thinking, no, this is going to be 4 or 5-0, and to be honest, it probably should have been at least 3-0. Doing bits against the Gooners. We were keeping the ball. We're moving it around really, really well. And the sky's the limit at this point. Of course, we didn't score more goals, but we nearly did. We created chances, we drew saves, and we managed the game. Multiple goals away in a London derby with a clean sheet. You can't ask for more, especially when you create more chances as well. It does look like we have got something in Romelu Lukaku that we've been looking for. He plays really well with Mount and Havertz, apparently. That's what Tuchel says in training. They've got great chemistry, and that's a scintillating front three. That's the front three that I chose when I did how is Chelsea going to line up with Lukaku. I said Mount and Havertz behind Lukaku. And yes, we can bring in Werner, who will play really well off him. Yes, we can bring in Pulisic, who will run in behind and can, run onto balls from Lukaku. Ziyech came on. How great was it to see Ziyech after his shoulder injury dislocated, and people are thinking, oh, he's going to be out for ages. Came on, looked confident, looked good. Superb. So let's see how these teams lined up. 4-2-3-1 for Arsenal is actually quite attacking, to be honest. With Xhaka as a holding player, he does like to play forward. And the front four, that's pretty decent. And of course, Aubameyang came on the left. And with Chelsea, it was a 3-4-3. Mendy in goal, a solid, probably first choice back three at this point of Christensen, Azpilicueta and Rudiger. And of course, some people could think Trevor Chalobah might feel hard done by because he's been absolutely incredible winning man of the matches. But when you see how Azpilicueta, just so much sensible marshalling back there, really intelligent defending, you're like, okay, yeah, this is the back three. 8.8 rating, Reece James with a goal and an assist, 2 goal involvements on his first game of the season. He hasn't really played a proper game since the Champions League final where he dropped a masterclass in that. We had Jovicic midfield. Kante came on for cover, who played quite well. It took a few shots that never went near the goal, but hey, that's what we've learned to expect. Marcus Alonso is, I've always said I've known what he's good at, and he's good at certain things, but he's making me eat my hat this season. These opening performances of how he's just been really intelligent and just not getting turned or spun and playing great passes, scoring goals, looking like he's trying to get assists, and in defending well. Marcus Alonso defending well. So maybe it's just me being dumb, whoever doubted him, but shout out Marcus Alonso, incroyable. And of course the front three, which was Lukaku, who was incredible, not just the goal, the performance was immense. Mount behind him, who was also very good, who got the assist. And Havertz didn't get that high rating on who scored, but I think Havertz always poses a threat, and he's very, very good. Ziyech didn't get much of a chance to demonstrate his ability, but as you can see the stats, Chelsea dominant with pretty much 65% possession away in the Emirates, 22 shots to their 6, 22 shots to their 6. If that doesn't tell you about the dominance, that will, essentially. We won more aerials than them, which showed we wanted it more. Sometimes when you're the defending team, you win more aerials because you're defending in your own box and you've got your centre-backs back there, but we won more, so we're just showing, better pass success, more possession, loads more shots, literally like nearly 4 times as much shots in their own backyard. And of course, just incredible. See the narrative around it. Reece James scoring that goal and just running over to the Arsenal fans and pointing to his badge and celebrating. And he did that to the Villarreal fans at the end when we won the penalty shootout. He just had a Chelsea shirt and was giving it to them. You just love it. For a guy who's so shy off the pitch and the way he's sort of like speaks quietly and seems like a bit nervous, he's just an explosive character on the pitch, Reece James. And of course, he got sparkoed in the game as well and then just came straight back on. He looked knocked out, man. I was thinking if they let him play on, this is mad. He might be okay generally, but surely they can't let him play on. But not only did he come straight back on, he immediately played a perfectly weighted pass. So clearly the dude was okay. Incredible scenes from that. In terms of player performances, Mendy was great. He did make a good save at the top. He made that really good sweeping clearance when, Christensen drew forwards and it left us exposed and he came out and cleared the ball. Incredible. I thought Azpilicueta was superb. Rudiger good as well, winding up the opposition as you want from your centre-half. And yeah, I think Jorginho was good. Kante was good. Jorginho was probably the standout midfielder out of him and Kovacic. And then, of course, Kante came on and looked very pokey, plug and play, baby. Do you know what I mean? Kante off the bench. That bench was frightening. Can we just should we look at the bench? Should we look at the bench quickly? How do we look at the bench? I don't think we can look at the bench on this. But anyway, we had Thiago Silva, Kante, Ziyech, Timo Werner, so many good players on the bench. Pulisic wasn't even there, and Trevor Chalobah very, very good. That bench was frightening. Absolutely different class today. So clear of Arsenal Football Club. Now yes, Arsenal are in a rut, and yes, they have absentees, but they still, by Arsenal's squad standards, they still fielded a very strong side. They brought on their new signing, Tavares. They brought on Aubameyang. They still played Lokonga. Xhaka's just signed a new deal. Emile Smith-Rowe just signed a new deal. Warten. Bukayo Saka is a baller. Arsenal fans always are going on about how good Martinelli is and how this is going to be Pepe's season. They all started. We all know Kieran Tierney is a very good player, so there's no excuse, really. They played all their good players, and Chelsea just made him look really, really poor and absolutely dismantled them at 2-0 on the day. And it's just superb. I don't want to get gassed because they're not the strongest opposition, but you know what Arsenal's like for Chelsea? They did the double over us last season, and you just think, I went to that cup final a few years ago when we won the league under Conte, and we were just so absolutely nailed on to beat Arsenal in the cup final, and I watched us lose at Wembley to a really wet Arsenal side. So I've always got that in my DNA to be terrified of losing to Arsenal when we're good and they're bad, but not today. We absolutely tore him to pieces. It's Reece James, it's Lukaku's day, loads of good performances from Mount, Azpi, others. I can't go through the whole team. Let me know what you think. Comment down below how you're feeling about Chelsea's scintillating performance in the Emirates. I just wanted us to quickly actually loan Jesse Lingard to like drop in just so he can like Millie rock in front of the Arsenal fans. What do you think? Comment down below your feelings on the game, your feelings on the performances. Please do consider dropping a like. It really does support me a lot. And if you want to subscribe, you are welcome to do that too, of course. All right, friends, I'm going to go and crack open a beer. Enjoy the football, and I'll see you later.